It's time for Dodger Baseball.
What a catch by Mookie Betts. Another home run for Corey Seager. Another strikeout for Kershaw. A robbery of Tatis. Gone. Will Smith.
This is what an ace looks like.
And tagged out is Riley, a double play.
Dodgers have won it all in 2020.
And welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Thanks for rocking with us after the Dodgers defeated the Mariners by a score of 7-1. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. But welcome in. The Dodgers finally get a series win. They had lost 5 straight series, and they went back-to-back games for the first time since mid-April when they took 2 of 3 from the Padres. And it feels good because they didn't just win. You saw they won with pitching excellence. Give it up for Julio Urías. He pitched like the Urías today. He just has a thing for the Mariners. He dominated the Mariners today, and him and Jimmy Nelson combined to hold the Mariners today to just 2 hits. So give Jimmy Nelson some love down below in the comment section, as well as Julio Urías. But we got lots to get into, lots to break down. We're going to find out, are these Dodger bats, have they awoken? Is this for real? Is this sustainable? Are the Dodger bats here to stay? Because they've been cold for a few weeks, but there's been some really promising signs in this last 2 games. But first, you know how we get down here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Let me know where you represent Dodgers Nation so I can give you some shout-outs here, give you a Let's Go Dodgers, but let me know where you represent. You know, city, zip codes, area codes. Welcome to the show. It feels good to be back to our winning ways. I said last week I had the Dodgers winning 4 of 5, winning 7 of their net last 10, and they won 2 since. So feeling good about that so far. But you guys are rolling in the comment section, so let's get right into it. Let's see these fire Dodger takes as always. So here, let's start right at the top. We got Kim Jong. Does this mean they heating up? We finally win from Joseph Gonzalez. Jose Mata. The cold bats have turned into bats. That's exactly. Yeah, Dodgers, thumbs up. Jose Mata, go. Mysterio over on YouTube. I told myself they are not out of their slump until we win 2 in a row. I'm satisfied. So there you go. You got your barometer there. I think one of the promising things in this series, especially tonight, was how the Dodgers hit against off-speed stuff. You saw Matt Beatty. He was hitting changeups all night. You saw Gavin Lux. He hit that hanging slider. The Dodgers have made adjustments to the way they are attacking off-speed stuff, and you're seeing it's already paying dividends. They're already seeing success with it, and I really am confident that this Dodger team, there's so many weapons up and down this lineup, but look, they all went on a slump at the same time. It all feels like they're starting to heat up at the same time. Tonight, a big night for Max Muncy. Give it up for Max Muncy. The funky Muncy is just getting funky. 4 home runs in his last 26 plate appearances. Tonight, he reached base 4 times, and we've always loved that he's Max Muncy and that he leads all of Major League Baseball in free passes, but when you combine that with the dingers, and that is Max Muncy's recipe for success. Take walks, hit home runs, rinse, and repeat. That is his method for his success. That's the recipe for Max Muncy, and tonight, another good game for Max Muncy. He ends up going 2 for 3, had the bomb, had the single, and he just looks so much more comfortable at the plate. He's not missing the mistakes. He's punishing them, and he's being aggressive when he needs to. So, by the way, let's start things off with who was your player of the game. You got some options here. Matt Beatty. We're going to talk some Matt Beatty tonight. He goes 2 for 3. He has the big double, gets those 2 RBIs, and then he adds another RBI later in the game. So 3 RBIs total for Matt Beatty. And this guy, like I said, you let the hitman hit, and that's exactly what he does. If Matt Beatty plays, Matt Beatty hits the baseball. It's as simple as that. And if you look at Matt Beatty, 12 for his last 35, hitting .343 with a .934 OPS, a home run, a double. The RBIs are there, and now I think 18 RBIs in his last 15 games, something like that. So he's up there and he's coming through when the Dodgers need it. But let's get back to this comment section, guys. If I don't get to your comments, come with that fire and just say the comment again. But let's do rapid fire here, then we'll start breaking down this game. So let's go. Dodgers from Dodger Baseball over on YouTube. Bats are coming live from Michael Almeida over on Facebook. Mike Hoffer starting to right the ship finally. Now this is the Dodgers I know. That's from Anthony over on YouTube. Matt Beatty is a legend. That's from Dodger Baseball. We got a GOAT saying baseball. I like that. We back. Let's go. From Nicholas over on YouTube. How about Matt Beatty, D-Mac? It seems like every bases loaded chance he drives in at least 2 runs. Yeah, he's up there. And Matt Beatty, he's the hitman. He's either getting hits or he's getting hit, right? And he's up there and he's giving you those quality at bats. He's having success against breaking balls. He'll line up a fastball and get you that hard contact. And he just looks like he's up there and he's locked in. I mean, he went to that alternate site and he really started to make some adjustments, and you're already starting to see it. I mean, he's scorching stuff on that double. It gets done there in the 4th inning, 105.4 miles per hour off the bat. And he's just finding his pitches and he's driving them. And Matt Beatty is going to really help this team because now that Edwin Rios is gone for the year. By the way, we got to just end the Edwin Rios slander. We were rough on him for this stretch. Little did we know he was dealing with some shoulder stuff, no excuses, but it had to have been a factor. So Edwin Rios, we apologize. We were kind of going hard, calling Edwin Frios and that kind of stuff. So, but with him out, Matt Beatty is going to need to step up even more, so he'll get some more opportunities because going into this season, they had high hopes for Edwin Rios. Now that'll further open things up for Matt Beatty. So very excited for the Hitman. Glad he's playing well. Do you want to see more of him? Let me know down below in the comment section. But mash that like button, mash that retweet if you're on Twitter, share if you're on Facebook. For Matt Beatty. But Anthony Keene, D-Mag, what's good, my dude? We finally get a happy post game. Yeah, man. I mean, look, man, you know how it is. Like Snoop Dogg says, smile, ups and downs, smile and frowns. I'm always here. Rain or sunshine, we're going to take the heat. But it is fun to really just kind of play out the whole entire baseball MLB season because you're going to lose a lot of games and you're going to win a lot of games, especially if you're a fan of this team, the Los Angeles Dodgers. But, yeah, it's good to celebrate every once in a while, right? I mean, look, we haven't had that series-winning feeling in more than half a month now. It's crazy to think that. Last night, I was worried that it was going to be the Dodgers losing 16 of their last 21, and my man Gavin Lux came through. The LFG just dropping a tank last night and dropping the bat. I mean, I'm telling you, did that light a fire under the Dodgers? Is that the turning point for the Dodgers season? Let me know down below in the comment section. How you feeling about G. Lux, who followed that up today? I'm telling you, Gavin Lux heating up. I mean, this is a guy who has been putting it together at the plate. We're starting to see the singles pile up. He was registering those base hits. You just wanted to start to see the slug. Last night, he gets his first bomb of the year at Dodger Stadium. That was the Dodgers' biggest comeback of the year. They were trailing 3 runs, and it was the first time the Dodgers had came back in a game when they were losing from the 7th inning on. So the clutch factor is back, and you're starting to start to feel that this Dodger team has had enough of the losing. They're going to climb back up the NL West standings. They're now 2.5 games back from the Giants, and I think it's only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time for this offense to wake up like it is. But Gavin Lux, got to give him a lot of credit because he's really grinded early in the year, and he's starting to see it all pay off. So give Gavin Lux some love down below in the comment section, and yeah, predict how many All-Stars you think he'll make in his career. Let me know down below in the comment section. But here we go. But yeah, Gavin Lux back here. Oh, here we go. Ray Barsemian. Hey, Doug, best baseball post-game show in town. Thanks, Ray. You the man, dude. Joseph Megazani, Young Guns getting it done. Lug Smith, Beatty show. Yeah, I mean, that is what this team is all about. It's about developing that young talent and having them step into roles where they can go and have success. And you saw Will Smith today, too. Will Smith, he had another nice game. He goes 2 for 4. He has his own double there off Vest, and Will Smith is a guy that's putting together really good at-bats. I know some of you guys want to see him down the order, but his hit tool, what Will Smith is capable of doing at the plate, you just got to be patient, keep in that 4 and 5 hole, and he's going to give you the results. I mean, Matt, you saw Will Smith today registering hits. You see him getting more locked in the plate, and yeah, you see him. He's not getting fooled. He's not getting fooled. He's not guessing anymore like we saw for a couple weeks there. And yeah, I mean, really it came down to that bottom of the 4th. Well, let's jump into this comment section. We'll start looking at this game. But Lakers and Dodgers have both won back-to-back. A GOAT. Hey, yo, have a good week, bro. Thanks a lot, my man. Hill, we got Riverside in the house over on YouTube. Paul, we got JJ San Jose here finally winning a series. We got Doom from Santa Barbara, California. Craig Osterberg from Lawndale. We got Bleeding Blue in Denton, Texas. We got Angelique over on Facebook. LA native. I'm in Seattle. Ha ha ha. All right, enemy territory. Well, look, I mean, I don't have anything against the Mariners, but I don't think that this Mariners team had a chance against the Dodgers in this series. I'm telling you, I know they looked like they were sleepwalking for the start of yesterday's game. Walker Buehler gave up 3 home runs. They took advantage of his mistakes. But I knew this Dodger team would come home and take care of business. I don't care if they had Kevin Costner on that Mariners team. This team was not going to take any games in this series. I was confident, especially when I saw that Julio Urías was going to be pitching in tonight's game, because Julio Urías, he just owns the Mariners. He just owns the Mariners for whatever reason. One of his best starts in 2020 was up in Seattle. That's really when he started to get it going, when he started going to that slurve. And then you saw he set a career high with 11 punch-outs up in Seattle earlier this year. And tonight it was the efficiency from Julio Urías. He ends up going 7 innings pitched. He allows 2 hits, just 2 hits for Julio Urías. And we're talking inducing a lot of soft contact. And he was locating that fastball. He was commanding the strike zone tonight. And when he has that fastball, it's not even just about the velocity for Julio. It is just him paying that strike zone with strikes. Tonight, 73% strikes for Julio Urías. And he was just in control. He was in control all night long. If you look at Urías, 17 for 24 on first pitch strikes. 10 swings and misses. So it wasn't that electric swing and miss game. I really did think that with that pitch count the way it was, I was starting thinking maybe it gets crazy. Maybe he makes a run at a no-hitter or a perfect game with the way this Seattle offense has been playing of late. But it was really nice to see Julio Urías go out there after he had not pitched well up against the Angels. Against the Angels, he just did not have that fastball. He did not have that slurve. Ends up giving up 5 runs, which was the highest mark all season long. So it was good to see him get back on track. My goal for Julio Urías is string together a couple quality starts in a row. This good start, bad start, good start, mediocre start, great start. I think that he's in a position now where he can string together a couple quality starts and really get going for the year. But definitely got to keep this up from Danny Cortez. How about Julio and Muncie from Beaumont? Louis Fontana in the house. We got Javier. Hitting was on point tonight. That's from Javier over on Facebook. Yeah, you said it best right there. I mean, that's basically what it was. The Dodgers capitalizing with runners in scoring position, also clutch hitting. 11 of the 13 runs in this series came with 2 outs. And you saw that again today. You saw that in that big big inning there for the Dodgers, where they were able to really put some big-time runs together. If you look at the Dodgers, they ended up just going off in that inning, scoring. They got 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth, and they tacked on another run there in the 7th inning. And it looked like this Dodger team was just kind of just wearing out this Mariners pitching staff. You saw that today, and that is what this team is built to do. It's about not expanding the strike zone. It's about finding pitches you can drive and slugging. You're starting to see the doubles, the home runs. Mookie Betts, what did you guys think? Was it foul or fair? Let me know down below in the comment section. I did a little super zoom. It does look like it is probably foul. You don't see that chalk, but I'm just telling you, there's something that Mookie Betts, you saw. He's getting a lot of bad breaks this year, and he's still on his way to having a solid year. And I think that he's really on his way to just being all-star Mookie Betts, playing like all-star Mookie Betts and going on a tear. But yeah, if you look at that 4th inning, so the bottom of the 4th inning, Justin Turner, he draws a leadoff walk to start the bottom half of the 4th. Max Muncy, he gets that free pass for his 2nd walk of the night. And then Will Smith, he hits a bloop single that falls in right, giving the Dodgers bases loaded with no outs and Chris Taylor at the plate. So I was very encouraged by that we're getting those base runners, but it's not with 2 outs. It's early in the inning. Give our guys more opportunities to get base hits. And then Chris Taylor, he hits up, he skies a pop out for the 1st out, and that brings up Matt Beatty. And this really was the game changer right here. Matt Beatty coming in a big spot early in this game. The Dodgers still, if they go in there and they don't produce, people say, oh, last night was a fluke. It's just like when they scored 16 against the against the Brewers, and they went on to score 11 runs for the next 4 games combined, or that offensive explosion on Saturday and the following day, only scoring a run. So this was a big moment for Matt Beatty. He comes up there, and he doubles to right, scoring Justin Turner and Max Muncy, giving the Dodgers a 2-0 lead, and then done was done. In comes Vest, and then Gavin Lux, he grounds to first. White guns it to home to get Will Smith. He tried to slide there to get that run. Murphy made the tag, and they get the out at home for the second out of the inning, and that brought up Julio Urías, and he strikes out. But they get a 2-run double from Matt Beatty. LA strikes first right there in that inning, and we saw them create a scoring opportunity. Like I said, early in the inning, walks by Justin Turner and Max Muncy were big, and they capitalized on those walks. So that is what this team needs to do. Take advantage. This team is disciplined at the plate, so you want to draw your walks, but you also want to be aggressive when you got runners on those base paths. But we're going to keep getting into this game, but let's get back in this comment section. You guys are lighting it up as you always do. So Matt Beatty's your player of the game from Denny Cortez over on Facebook. We got Urías from Justin Lamas. That's your player of the game. We got Diane Schroeder over on YouTube. Urías was amazing tonight. All the supporting cast was there doing his thing. Beatty, player of the game. Michael Almeida over on Facebook. Matt Beatty, player of the game. And Urías. I like that. Little co-player of the game. But let's not forget Jimmy Nelson. Jimmy Nelson, as my good friend Mr. Clint Pasillas calls him, Stimmy Nelson. I love that. He's been doing his thing. He's been quietly getting it together and getting real comfy in that role. Jimmy Nelson looks like he can be a real weapon for this Dodger team, and it took him a minute, but since blowing that lead, since blowing that save against the San Diego Padres in that nightmare game where the Dodgers lost 7-8, he hasn't given up a run. If you look at Jimmy Nelson, he's really starting to put it together this season. Going into tonight, a 13.8 strikeouts per 9. You'll take that. 3.46 ERA, a whip, a little high, but don't focus on that when it comes to relief pitchers. Jimmy Nelson is really starting to turn it around. And from early in the season, kind of had some command issues. It looked a little rocky at times, but he's starting to put hitters away with that curveball. He still has that heater, and I really like what I'm seeing out of Jimmy Nelson. So, yeah, how are you guys feeling about Jimmy Nelson right now? I really do think that it's a real opportunity for him to step up. With Corey Knebel out for an extended period of time, David Price still working his way back, Tony Gonsolin sliding into that starter's role. It's a real opportunity for Jimmy Nelson to find himself in this Dodgers bullpen. I mean, you saw there, top of the ninth inning, struck out Lewis swinging with that knuckle curve. Gets Haniger to ground out, and then he gets Crawford swinging with that knuckle curve. So that curve is a very effective pitch from my man Jimmy Nelson. You're seeing him induce that soft contact. He's getting the punchies with it, so I like what I'm seeing. So probably not going to be the big headline, but it's definitely a positive development. And I was looking at the Michelada half full a couple days ago talking about him. Something to look at. Here we go. I think Max Muncy heard D-Mac talking bad about him from J. Cruz 222. Hey, man, got to get these guys going any way I can, right? No, but look, when it comes to Max Muncy, like I'm saying, the recipe for his success is you don't want to get overly selective at the plate where you're missing pitches that he can hit. And that was my issue with Max Muncy early on in the season is he wasn't taking advantage of those opportunities. There were meatballs, there were middle pitches that he just was missing that traditionally he would hit, that he would smack out of the ballpark, that he would hit into the ocean, right? And I just want to see that Max Muncy back. Like I'm telling you, this is what this guy does. Takes his walks, hits his jacks, rinse and repeat. I think the Funky Muncy is really getting it going. And look, he's going to be one of the more consistent bats for this team. We need him to, look, last 262 game seasons, 2018, 35 jacks. 2019, 35 jacks. Last year, I believe he still hit 12 home runs, even though it was kind of a down year. So sometimes you see, he even said it before the game, I think, against the Cubs, it's taken the hitters a little while to make their adjustments because this ball, like Kershaw said, even the four-seamers are having a little run on them. So, I mean, the pitching seems like it does have the advantage right now. So Max Muncy is starting to get it going, and that's exactly what the Dodgers need in the middle of that order. Max Muncy, 5 for his last 16 with 2 bombs, has 4 home runs his last 25 at bat. So that's exactly what this Dodgers team needs. And, yeah, feeling good about him. How about Urías' consistency? That's from Carlos Garcia with the fire emojis. You get a fire emoji, I'm going to give you some fire right there, my man. Exactly, man. He's the Urías. You know I love me some Julio Urías. And for him, it's just about going out there, throwing strikes, and getting ahead of hitters. You saw that today, too. Really, I forgot, it was late in the game. It was the first time it felt like he was in a 2-1 count, falling behind, because if he's getting ahead of hitters and he has the feel for that slurve and he's locating that fastball and then he hits you with that changeup, this guy has 3 big-time weapons, and he's just keeping hitters off balance. I mean, his 95, 96 mile per hour heater is looking like it's a 98, 99, the way it has hitters off balance because of how effective that slurve and that changeup is. So, yeah, I'm really excited about him. I just want him to put it together for a couple different starts. The Angels start, short outing, didn't have the command, didn't have the curveball, or the slurve, as well as he's had early in the year, and he gave up a season-high of 5 runs. So that wasn't the Julio Urías that I wanted to see, but that tonight, I mean, he just has, for some reason, he's the Mariners killer out there. He is the Mariners killer out there. Yeah, I mean, what would you guys grade Julio Urías's, what would you guys grade Julio Urías's performance tonight? Give me an A, B, C, D, or F. I know it's got to be like either A or B, but let me know down below in the comment section. But Dodger Love from Carlos Garcia, how much do you think Seager will get? Jonathan Delgado, YouTube. It's still really early. I mean, will he perform like he did in the postseason? Even if he doesn't hit as well as he did last year, I mean, if he does what he did in the postseason, I'm just saying, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I've been saying the whole time something 225 to the 250 to 260 range for Corey Seager, especially because a position change is inevitable, whether it be third, whether it be first, which I don't think is going to be a bad thing because that'll allow him to focus on his hitting. And, look, I think that it's just too premature to throw out a number for Corey Seager with about 73% of the season left or something like that. So many games, about 125 games, something like that left in the season. But Muncy out of his slump, 2 bombs in 2 nights. That's from Jim. Yeah, back-to-back. Anytime you're hitting back-to-back home runs in back-to-back games, that's when you know you're starting to get locked in, that you are – that the pressure is on the pitcher, and that's how it's starting to feel right now with Max Muncy at the dish, is that the pressure is on the pitcher, one, to find a way to throw strikes, because if you're going to live on the edges, he's not going to expand that strike zone, and if you miss in the zone, he's going to hit tank jobs. And I like what I saw him. Sometimes he has issues getting on top of big-time heaters, but you're seeing him punish those hanging changeups, and you're seeing him really come around. So hopefully Max Muncy can just go on a tear and carry the Dodgers within the middle of this offense. I think we're starting to see that. But Ray Barsim, hello, I am new. Welcome to the show, Emiliano Cordova. This is a place for you guys where you guys get all. My name is Doug McKay, man of the fan. And basically what I do here is I get all of your fire Dodger takes, and we just talk Dodger baseball for a good hour plus every couple of days. But congrats, you beat the Mariners. LOL from Alberto Lopez. Alberto Lopez coming in with the hate. Alberto, you must not be a Dodger fan, but welcome. You're welcome here. What team are you a fan of? Because I got bad news. If you're around the league and the rest of the league, the Dodgers, they're going to figure things out. This team is too talented. I hope you enjoyed this rough stretch that they were on, because the Dodgers are not going to play this poorly as they did in the last 20 games or so. They're getting healthy. They're figuring it out at the plate. The starting pitching has been stellar. Yes, the injuries have been abundant, derailed by injuries. By the way, if you guys want, wish Dustin May a speedy recovery down below in the comments. I love me some Dustin Mania, but it's going to be put on hold for at least a year. And he had his surgery yesterday. He had his Tommy John surgery. But Muncy was fired tonight from Moose, the 1032. Our offensive mentality and approach has to be thinking driving the ball up the middle and hitting more line drives by using the whole field and straightening out our swings. Great point there. We got Beatty, who knew? Hashtag come on Roberts. Yeah, I mean, that's from Francisco Aguilar. Ryan Moore, Beatty has earned a more prominent starting role. That's from Ryan Moore. We got Udaman, D-Mac, love your streams, bro. Go Dodgers. Thanks a lot, Caesar, over on YouTube. We got Lux just needs to keep borrowing Bueller's pants. Yeah, what'd you guys think of that? Because it looks like those pants are those legs are suffocating. It looks like they're painting on those pants. But hey, whatever works. I don't care. Baseball players are creatures of habit. I don't care if they got those Lululemon Dodger pants on, the yoga pants or whatever. If they're getting it done, that's all that matters. And you're just seeing it, right? Gavin Lux said probably the biggest home run of his life yesterday. I mean, it's hate to get dramatic there, but it was the truth. The Dodgers need that win in the worst way. They were down 3 runs. Runs were hard to come by, and to see him come through in that spot yesterday and then follow that up today with a 2-for-4 performance from Gavin Lux, and he's grinding out there, man. You saw that. I mean, what was his sprint speed when he got that infield single? It was impressive. So here we go. Jimmy Lights Out Nelson. I like that. If you got any nicknames, you know that's what this show is pretty much all about. We try to think of as many nicknames as we can for anyone. Jimmy Lights Out Nelson, I like that. But I like Stimmy Nelson. I just like him. I don't know why. My man Clint Pasillas. Julio Urías is a beast. Oh, by the way, if you guys if you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. We're dropping tons of videos every day, all things Dodger baseball, pretty much up to the minute. So be sure to subscribe over at youtube.com/DodgersNationTV. Definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, all that stuff. For my friends that watch that regularly. But LFG from Jonathan Sprott over on YouTube. How will DJ Peters' role change after the news of Rios being out for the season? That's from Jack Vane. 5150 Rams. When Price is healthy, he needs to go into the starting rotation. We pretty much address those one at a time. But I would say DJ Peters' role is they're starting to lose a little bit of depth. But on the same token, DJ Peters, he's a righty bat. At this point, you saw Sheldon Noisy in the outfield a little bit. DJ Peters, he can play some outfield. You saw Matt Bays playing some outfield. A.J. Pollock's getting healthy. I don't think this is going to completely change DJ Peters' role until if you see some more guys get banged up and he comes out there and he impresses and he starts earning more playing time, then maybe we'll start talking about it. But there's a lot of holes in DJ Peters' swing. I call him the Glendora Destroyer, but he got his first double against the Angels, first big league hit in the show, and I think that he definitely needs just a little more time in AAA. So we'll see as the season starts, as he goes down and starts to produce and get at bats. But I mean the Dodgers. I really think ultimately we're going to be talking about the Dodgers adding someone, whether it be a vet like a David Freese or someone of that ilk. The Dodgers will be making trades for righty bat help. I have no doubt about it. I do think they're going to secure some more bullpen help too to add some more depth or get just another gunner. And everything can change by the day, as we've seen now with the way these injuries are unfolding. Just out of nowhere, feels like we were hit with that Edwin Rios injury news, and then coming off everything the Dodgers have been dealing with, it's really a break. There was nothing major with A.J. Pollock. It looks like he's good to go. They've been flirting with they've been pitch hitting. He actually had an RBI single tonight. So look, I mean, I don't expect this to change too much at this point when it comes to DJ Peters, but it's about damn time. Wrong, Milo, but it does advance him up in the pecking order another notch. Now, when it comes to David Price, they already said that they are not going to build him up as a starter. He hurt that hamstring. He's not going to go on any assignments. And what that's going to do, it's going to expedite his return back into that Dodgers bullpen where he was really starting to groove. So I think David Price has found a home in that Dodgers bullpen. He's done everything he possibly can as a pitcher in this league. Cy Young winner, World Series champion. He's just trying to contribute to this Dodgers pen, and they're not going to build him up as a starter. And why would you do that? One, you got Tony Smokes. You have Tony Gonsolin, who pitched very well as a starter last season. He's young. He's in his he's going to enter his prime. Kind of an older at this stage of his career as far as when he first got his first look. But Tony Gonsolin is guys that's going to go in there, and I think he's going to have success as a starter. I think he's going to embrace this. I think that this is exactly what Tony Gonsolin was waiting for, where it's clear cut. He is that number 5 starter, and I think that changes everything for the great Catsby. I think the Gonslinger is going to go in there and he's going to really, really impress in that role. He's going to lock it down, and it should be. He was throwing off them. He's getting close. A few weeks away for Tony Gonsolin. But LMAO, we will see, Ray. We got here we go. What did Ray say? Giants have had a soft schedule, pound for pound from YouTube. It's a great point.
You win.
We got Luis Mundez. What do you think about Julio Urías, man? Big fan of the guy. Big night. A nice night for Julio Urías. The efficiency is what stood out. Really, the efficiency, the command. And, when he attacks hitters and he's aggressive, he's going to get outs. I mean, this guy is special when it comes to inducing soft contact. And then, look, he's a guy that can also miss bats too. So, yeah, really high on Julio Urías. I think that you can see the adjustments that he makes from game to game. And tonight, he ends up with 6 strikeouts and 87 pitches, 64 for a strike. So an impressive outing for Julio Urías. And, yeah, I think that it's going to be big. With Dustin May out, it's just a one less starter, and Dustin May was really starting to emerge and ascend to a star level. I mean, he could have made the All-Star team this year. And Julio Urías tonight went with that 4-seam fastball and also mixing that slurve. Got 6 swings and misses with that changeup. So, look, that changeup was effective for him tonight. You were seeing him get big outs with it. And you're seeing the heater, 95.2 on the heater. So, still go up there with it, too. So, Kevin Rios, Giants have played a lot of terrible teams to begin the year. Yeah, I'm not worried at all whatsoever. Look, this is on YouTube. This will never get deleted. The Giants will not win the NL West. It's not hubris, but I think that I'm not overly concerned with the Giants' soft schedule, and I think that once they start to, I think that what's best for that team is you'll see that they're gonna start to dump some guys to try to bolster that farm system and try to rebuild that way. So look, they're still a ways away, and look, it's nice. It's nice they've come out and they've competed. I actually respect that because a lot of teams around the league, they're not even trying to compete right now, and they're coming out there and they're playing hard. Look, the Dodgers play 7 games with the Giants, and it's coming up very shortly. So we're going to see what the Giants are made of. I think the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers are going to take care of business in that series, and they're gonna go right back on top in the NL West. I have no doubts. Great job tonight, Urías. A plus. I give Julio Urías an A for tonight. We got A minus. Curious Urías. A plus. That's from Kathy. Mitch Master, always in a good mood when the Dodgers take care of business. Exactly. Is Seager staying? That's from Hector Jimenez. I would say at this point, I think he's staying. I mean, we have a long way to go to really have a discussion that would really make any sense about that. But if I'm watching Corey Seager and I'm wondering, is he staying this year? I'm just letting this thing play out, and just seeing does he make the All-Star team? Does he kill it in the postseason? Does he stay healthy? There's so many variables that go into play when it comes to Corey Seager. How are the Yankees looking? How is Glaber looking? I mean, he's had to hit his first home run the other day. I mean, everyone is worried about the Yankees as a threat to sign Corey Seager, but I'm not overly concerned about it right now. But I do think that LA is the best spot for him. I think that he has to accept that a position change. Go watch the show 3 Up 3 Down with Eric Yulu over on YouTube. He did a fantastic video about about Seager's decline defensively, and it's inevitable. He's gonna have to change positions, and I do think that could be the best thing for him as far as him as a player. I mean, look, if you want to be in the Hall of Fame, the statistics show you that shortstops have a 3% chance, position players have a 1.3% chance, but and it's a glamour position, but it's also more physically demanding, and you're seeing it's a range issue. But look, he can do it he's a below average shortstop defensively. There's no denying that at all whatsoever. But what he can bring you is power from that position. And look, I don't think that it's called shortstop, and he's a tall stop. Okay, he's 6'4". He's like Cal Ripken esque, and he ended up moving too. So I wouldn't be concerned about whether or not he'll end up eventually moving. I know he has a lot of pride in doing that, but I think that that's what's best for him as a hitter moving forward long term. But let's see how it plays out, man. Look at the improvement. By the way, smash that like button for Max Muncy and the improvement that he's shown. He's looking like a better version of Anthony Rizzo right now. No, I don't want to go that far, but looks like he's being in the mix for best defensive first baseman right now, and you're seeing it. So give him a lot of credit. Do we add another starting pitcher? With May outs from Michael Alameda? That's a good question. You got to see who's available. You got to see how these other guys fare. And I think that the big if with that question is how do these guys look readjusting to a 162-game season? Because it's very different. The rigors of a 162-game season, the grind is just completely different. Will these guys stay healthy? Will you see little knick-knack, little mini IL stints But you know where I stand. That's always first priority is adding a big starting pitcher when it comes to the postseason. But I personally think that if Tony Gonsolin comes in and he plays that role well, I don't see it because you got Walker Buehler, Urías. Because remember, Urías, he came out of the bullpen. Yes, he started games in the postseason, but if he really continues to ascend and continues to grow as a starting pitcher, I think they see that same postseason magic, but with a starter. And then you've got Trevor Bauer, right? You signed Trevor Bauer, the $45 million, the 40, 45, and $12 million man, I should say. Of course, if his arm falls off and he opts into that third year for some reason, he's a guy that he's the big weapon. He was the hired gun. So I wouldn't really be focused on adding a starting pitcher, but they're going to add relievers. I have no doubt about that. It's pretty much a given at this point. It just whether or not are they going to sign guys. I mean, you guys seen Yimi Garcia? We're going to see him hopefully, and Yimi Garcia and old friend Dylan Floro. We're going to see him in the next series. They pitched very well for the Marlins, but I don't fault. I mean, that was a bad trade. I mean, bottom line, it was a bad trade with Vesia for Floro based on how he's pitching. But look, bullpen pieces are so volatile from year to year, so it's tough to tell. But that's why I like adding them in the year because you can already see how they're pitching for that year. You can get the hot arm, and then based on their contract, you're not necessarily tied down. Even if you are, it's not like they're commanding money like a position player, a starting pitcher for a lot of length and dollars. But I have Gavin Lux 3 rookie cards. Sweet Ray, send them my way. What up, Doug? What up, Edwin Reyes? Matt Beatty hitting 395 with guys on base. Moose bringing those fire stats. I appreciate that. Doug, your shirt is awesome. I want that. This is my friend of the show, Blue Heaven shirt with the senior editors and the hosts of the show, Brooks Smith and Clint Pasillas. I do love this one too, man. Start Matt, Dave. Now, second game I don't watch on purpose. I did that most of the season except for the postseason. Don't know why you do that because I don't care. If they win or lose, I still find all this stuff extremely entertaining. It was nice to see Justin Turner get a hit tonight to extend that inning. He was a guy last night, the golden sombrero. When are you ever going to see that again? A golden sombrero, 4 strikeouts for JT. That is a rarity, but it was nice to see him get back in the mix. Now, bottom of the fifth inning, bottom of the fifth inning for the Dodgers. Or top of the fifth. So he gets top of the fifth. He gets Corey Seager to ground out. No, he gets Kyle Seager. Sorry, he gets Kyle Seager to ground out for the first out, and then Ty France. He was 2 for 43 at that point. He singled to left for the Mariners' first base runner of the night, the first hit off Urías of the night, and man, I was really thinking. He had the pitch count where he needed to. He was mowing him down. He wasn't mowing him down, but he was just so effective, and this Mariners offense looked like it could have been no hit tonight. But, he gets that they get that first hit off of him. And then Murphy grounds to third. Ty France advances to second. Moore gets a little bloop single to center to score France, making it 2-1 L.A., and, he just kind of hit his slurve right there and got a little base hit. Then on an 0-1 count with the runner going, White grounds to JT. He backhand it, long throw to first, but a nice dig by Muncy. And the Dodgers, they limit the damage there to 1 run and just still 15 pitches in that inning for Julio Urías. So not very much stress, but they do get that run. Still 2-1 at that point. Then bottom of the fifth, Mookie Betts. Then bottom of the fifth, Mookie. Well, let's get back in the comments and we'll jump back into that. So DJ Peters needs more AAA time from Isaac Garcia. Marco Rubio, with Rios out, no doubt Dodgers will need a vet to come off the bench. How about Ryan Braun? That's interesting. He's a local kid. We'll see. The Brewers are still competing that division. Cardinals have played well of late, but interesting name there. We're going to do a lot of stuff on that, by the way. I got a lot of stuff in the works for potential right-handed bats, potential trade options that I've been working on. So be on the lookout for that over on YouTube pretty soon. But what's the info on Bellinger? That's from Finn McCory. So Bellinger, you saw him on his Instagram. He posted a video of him running, and that was the big thing. If he could handle the weight-bearing running, and if he could, and you saw he looked like he was running with ease. He had that hairline fracture right there and it was all about the swelling. So I think John Morosi said yesterday that it could be 7 to 10 days we could see him back, and that was yesterday. So I'm expecting him to be back very soon. So that's something to get excited about because that puts everyone back to their normal positions. You don't have to worry about CT3 in center or Mookie Betts in center or just moving things around, and then you reduce your injury possibilities because you don't want Mookie Betts running around. We don't know if his back's 100%. So I'm really excited to get Cody Bellinger back and get him going because last year, not the best year for Bellinger, and 60-game season, so everyone's getting a pass, but still, in the postseason, he had his big moments. Of course, Game 7 defensively. This is a guy that impacts the game in so many different ways that it's going to be big to have Cody Bellinger back. So expect to see him back in a few days. And here we go. Let's see. LA is back. Catman should be a savage in the number 5 spot. I like that from Kathy, the Catman. We got Aeronetic over there. Yeah, exactly, man. He is going to be an absolute beast in there. So for sure, we got Curious Urías dominant. We got FTG, Anthony Keene, absolutely. Tommy Canley. Don't expect to see him back this year. Maybe, a miracle. Maybe late postseason. Maybe like postseason if everything goes super right. I don't know. I don't see it as an option. But here we go. We got Giants Dodgers is the real rivalry, even when they both suck. I agree with that. Justin, and strangely enough, San Francisco and San Diego don't play each other again until the 13th of September. I miss Bellinger's outfield defense. Yeah, if you look, the Dodgers, their win percentage is significantly better with Cody Bellinger in the lineup. It's over 600%. And yeah, I mean, having Cody Bellinger back in the lineup is just going to be massive. So, yeah, I mean, and yes, I think it was like 4 for 18, 3 for 18, something like that before he went down. But he's a guy that you can just trust is going to make plays out there in the outfield, and that offense is going to come around, and he's just going to give the Dodgers another bat. And if he can find a way to just regain that all-star form that we saw in 2019, or even his rookie season when he hit 39 home runs, it is odd year. So if we get odd year Cody, that's another weapon for this Dodger offense. And you saw they would need to start hitting those home runs again. This offense is built to slug. It's built to hit home runs. And having him back is going to be massive in that aspect too, because even when he's struggling, he's going to get you home runs, okay? But Gavin, Noah, Gavin is a family show. Dropping the Gavin. I like that, though. Canley out for the year. Yeah, bruh. Then as we got, I think Canley out. Bullpen needs to improve. Max Scherzer, Adrian Zambrano. We'll see if they actually trade him. I don't know. I think if he gets traded, Max Scherzer, that's something that would be a mutual decision that he makes with the management there. So we'll see. Maybe he wants another shot at a ring. Maybe he wants out. We'll see. But even then, I mean, with the Dodgers, of course you want Max Scherzer if you can get him, but I don't think I just don't see the Dodgers as a player for Max Scherzer at this point. JT was hungover. That's why. Don't forget to smash that like button, fam. That's from Hannibal Hector. Exactly, man. You got to get one of these. But yeah, getting back into this game. So the Dodgers, they really. So bottom of the fifth, Betts fouled to third for the first out. Seager lined to center for the second out, and then JT singled to center. And that was big. 2 outs, single to center. It was nice to get him a hit after the night he had yesterday. And then Max Muncy, he cranks a 2-out blast to center, making it 4-1 Dodgers. Now you're seeing he's made those adjustments. 4 home runs in his last 25 plate appearances. And then Will Smith follows that up with his own 2-bagger to right. Then with a double to right. Then Chris Taylor walked. That gave the Dodgers runners on first and second, 2 outs for Matt Beatty. Matt Beatty, all he does is hit baseballs. Matt Beatty single to right, scoring. Smith making it 5-1 LA. Matt Beatty's third RBI of the night, 18th in his last 15 games. 18 RBIs, 18 ribbies in his last 15 games. Then the Mariners, they went to Vest. Then Gavin Lux, he banged a hanging slider to center. Beatty scored on the play, making it 6-1 Dodgers. So there you go. That's the inning that you're looking for. Big innings, blow teams out, and then you're cruising. You don't put the pressure on that bullpen. You afford to take Julio Urías out early, and you can give Jimmy Nelson more reps out there. So big inning, 2 outs, just like last night. That 2-out success, that clutch hitting, capitalizing with runners on. It reminded me a little of the Dodgers in the postseason last year when that's pretty much all they did on their way to winning the World Series title. So that was good to see. And then top of the 7th inning, 1-2-3 inning on 5 pitches. I mean, this guy, Julio Urías hates Mariners more than Deacon in Waterworld. I'm telling you, this guy, I don't know what it is. He just really dominates the Seattle Mariners. But 1-2-3 inning for Julio Urías there. And bottom of the 7th, Muncy single to deep right. Will Smith grounded to second for the first out. Taylor lined to right for the second out. And then A.J. Pollock, he singled to center, scoring Max Muncy, making it 7-1 Dodgers. Then Lux reached on an infield single, giving the Dodgers runners on first and second with 2 outs. And Sheldon, come on, feel the noise at the plate. And he hits a roller for the second. He hits a roller to second for the third out. But the Dodgers, they played another run there, making it 7-1, and they just never looked back. And then no hits allowed by Jimmy Nelson. 2 hits allowed combined between Urías and Jimmy Nelson. So it was just a really great night for the Dodgers to get back into their winning ways and win a series. They had dropped their last 5 series, not tonight. But back to this comment section, guys. You got that right. I ask amen. 7-10 Dodgers. Let's go. Yes, Alpha. That's what I'm talking about. Jesus, okay, Belly, no Braun, still mad about the cheating cam from MVP. That's from Anthony Keene. Yeah, that was crossing my mind too. We all know that that was Matty Kemp's year to win MVP, and he definitely was on the juice. And yeah, I mean, come on, man. I can't believe, still can't believe that, man. I mean, that was that could have been that could have been a big year. For Matt Kemp, and if you look at the number, my whole thing with that year, if with Matt Kemp is what if he had got, it's almost like when Russell Westbrook got the triple double, and it was like he gets the MVP over James Harden because he got that triple double record and was the first guy to do it since Oscar Robertson. Well, if he gets that 40th bomb that year and he had the 40-40 thing happening, I'm telling you, I think that he wins over Matt Braun, who was juicing up. But what a fantastic season. For Matt Kemp, man. He was just killing. One of my favorite Dodgers of all time, man. And killing off the field, too, man. Rihanna, I mean, come on, man. Jeez, that's better than an MVP award. But back into the comment section here, guys. Yeah, so couple things, too. Be sure to go over to gearup.la. For all latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to www.gearup.la. Get some Dodgers drip. I'm telling you, these are the best Dodger t-shirts in the game right now. So definitely go over there. And tomorrow, the Blue Heaven podcast, hosted by Clint Pasillas and Brooke Smith. So tune in for that. But here we go. Doug, you ever try pink elephant food? Well, here, I lost my comments here. Let me get the comments back. But I love Boys in Blue. No, I have not tried that. Is that a restaurant? Is it a type of food? We got Gavin Ruth. Okay, Joseph, getting a little ahead of yourself, but I'm cool with that. Anthony Keene, I can see Scherzer going to the Yankees. Anthony Keene, I think you're on the money with that. 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 Hello. Oh, there we go. My bad, guys. Doug, you ever try pink elephant food that absolutely flames? I got to try that, Noah. Hit me up, man. Hit me up on Twitter so you can give me those links, man. I'm about down to try everything. I love your stuff, bro. Thanks a lot, Alpha. You the man. You win.
You win.
Matt Kemp, Dodger for life. LOL. On the money with that. Andrew, WTF, his vanish. Awesome. He was Thanos from Joseph. Yeah, man, my bad. I actually unplugged my little thing here. Remix. Damn, dude, really on the – yeah. Just disappearing into thin air. But, yep, guys, Dodgers get the win. They win their first series in a couple of first series in quite a while. It was nice to see the bats come alive for 2 games because now you got the win streak happening. Now you're talking win streak for your Dodgers, and now they got 3 more games at home against this Marlins team. Before you look, they could be right back on top in the NL West. So, look, I mean, it was just a lot of craziness last couple weeks. People talking about, oh, this Dodger team, this Dodger team, that. Is their division title streak in jeopardy? I was just laughing. I mean, come on, this team has so much talent, and at the end of the day, that's what wins out, and that is what this team has the advantage. They have the talent advantage, and they have the depth advantage. And yes, that depth has taken a hit, and some of the guys on the margins haven't played as well as we thought. But bottom line, if this team is healthy for this whole stretch, the Dodgers are still in first place and probably have the best record in baseball by a pretty significant margin. So they weathered the storm during this rough patch. And like I said, the most positive development is you're starting to see guys up and down the order get going. I mean, tonight, who else needs a shout-out? Mookie Betts, 1 for 5 tonight. I mean, like I said, foul or fair. If I kind of zoomed in, it looked like, yes, it was a foul ball. But Mookie Betts has been getting hosed on calls. I mean, what did you guys think yesterday? I mean, should Dave Roberts have come out and yelled and screamed after that pitch was 2 inches inside on Mookie Betts? That was definitely a ball that should have been ball 4. It should have continued the rally. Seager did come up, get the single to keep things going. But look, I mean, if the Dodgers go on to lose that game, you're looking at bad feelings. And Mookie Betts deserves that call. You got to respect the eye of a Mookie Betts. If Mookie Betts is on a ball inside, he's kind of popping his butt out, that was inside, and you got to give him his base there. So I hated that call, but they have the magic, though, Giants' weak farm system, and that's why, pound for pound, that's why I do think they'll ultimately wave the white flag. It's not like a Bruce Bochy situation where they're trying to give him one last go-around in the postseason and not trade guys. So 2021 umpires have been trashed thus far. That's from Phil Stir. I know my new Noah. Doug, if I see you at a Dodger game, we got to pound a Dodger dog together. Yes. I mean, why a Dodger dog? How about like 5? I mean, come on. I heard that I had one when I was there. I've been to one game this season. I had one, and I didn't really notice a difference because I wasn't looking for it because it was before they announced it. But everyone says that the new one actually tastes better than Farmer John. That's, of course, it might not be your opinion, but yeah, man, I'll definitely be down to crush some Dodger dogs. I told you, I have a friend that wants to call them. My friend Joe also calls them the Raviner Wieners, or something crazy like that. But yep, garbage from pound for pound. Hannibal, I'm out, Doug. Day off tomorrow. We got the fish from Miami this weekend. Buenos noches. Later, Hannibal. I'm about to dip out pretty soon too. We pretty much covered it all. But yeah, I mean the umps have been trash. I'm gonna actually drop a video on that probably Friday, so be on the lookout for that on the YouTube channel. But hey, guys, thanks for rocking with us. I know a lot of baseball in the last few weeks. I know it's late. Be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Dugout Podcast. Spell like my name, D-O-U-G. And what that is, I basically take this show, and we get all the best takes from you guys, and then we throw it on that podcast. So be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcast these days. That'll drop tomorrow. Also, head over to the YouTube channel if you haven't yet. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell. Dodgers get the win, and it looks like this offense is back, but it's bottom of the 9th, 2 outs. I'll give you guys some last cuts at it. Go, swing for the fences. Do you have any final Dodger fire takes? Throw them in at this point. But good vibes pound for pound. Kershaw on Friday. It should be good. Yeah, I'm excited to see that. By the way, Brendan, not many players I hate more than Ryan Braun. Yeah, I think we're having fun again, boys. Exactly. True skateboards. It does feel like this team has really made a lot of strides in the last few days. Yes, it's the Mariners, and the Mariners 16-19 now. But I think this team has World Series aspirations, and they're not going to let this slide. They weren't going to let this slide too much deeper. But thanks again, guys. Thanks for rocking with us. Come more Anthony Keene. Always a great time. Thanks, D-Mac. Muncie getting the Gold Glove. I like that. Come with these takes, man. Thank you, Big Dougie. Yeah, man. Thanks again, guys, man. We'll see you guys later in the week. Check for new stuff on YouTube, as always. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. That's at DMAC_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, head over to DodgersNation.com. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
What a catch by Mookie Betts. Another home run for Corey Seager. Another strikeout for Kershaw. A robbery of time.
tagged out is Riley, a double play.